So, what is for you?
I think it's going to be very full life. I think that even studying 3 hours a day, it's intense. It is. I'm Tien Lan, and I went to university in Taiwan. What started as an exciting new chapter quickly turned into something a lot more complicated. From culture shocks to classroom chaos, from unexpected friendships to moments of what am I even doing here? This is the real story. So join me as I go through the highs, the lows, and everything in between inside Taiwan's public education system. Because trust me, it's not what you think. Alright, so in this series, I am going to review my experience in the public education system of Taiwan as a Westerner. And I went to Shida University, which is NTNU. And here I will tell you all the experiences I had. And also to share with you some of the pros and cons of going into a public or private institution, or what are the benefits, drawbacks, and just like to review your integration and my integration and experience. So yeah, buckle up and let's do it. Let's start this series. The Adventure of Tien Lan in Shida University. Let's go! Public or private? So first of all, when I went to choose whether public or private, I actually more leaned over the private one. And a private school is what you think it is. It's usually sort of like grown-up school. Many people go after work. It's more older people, which sort of go not as their prime occupation. They work and they want to also to learn Mandarin. So of course, there are many capacities. Some people do it over evening class, like 2 or 3 hours at the evening, after work. Some do it more like morning class. It's usually used as sort of like a side quest, I would say. It's very lenient, so you go there's no really tests unless you want to test. There's no really like homework unless you want homework. It's sort of like you are paying the money and the teacher will do as you say because you pay the money. So it's like you go to sort of something that looks like an office building. In this office building, there are some classes, there are some rooms with teachers. Sometimes it's a small class, sometimes it's a bit bigger, but not very big. I would say not more than like 5 or 6 maybe top. This is very good if you want just like Mandarin. You don't get to do much of integration. Probably you will not have much friends, but you'll get, the work done. The downside is it costs usually 2 or 3 times more than public education. I remember that a semester was around 60 to 70,000 NTD. So a semester is 3 months. A semester in the public would cost you 20 or 30. It's really up to you. What will you like? So this is private. So this is floor 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are all study groups, study classes all around. So each floor is like a round. Public, on the other hand, is very, very different. So in public is NTNU, NTU, and universities that are recognized and subsidized by the government. This also gives you more control over diplomas if you need for work, for official business and stuff. And they are much more strict time schedule, many tests, I will get to it later, attendance requirements, and above all, in terms of visa, then you will have to have certain grade and certain attendance in order to keep this visa. Otherwise, you are exported. However, you'll have very, very big integration, huge integration. You will be a part of a student class. You'll have many, many activities, social activities. You will make friends. Opposed to private, you will have to work your ass off because you will have a full-time job, quote unquote, as a student, and you cannot work. This is the choice between public and private. I think it all comes down to how much do you want also to experience the extra culture. However, public will be much, much more stressed. Expect student life, and this is the choices you have to do between public and private. Okay, let's talk about semesters. So semesters are usually 4 per year, December till March. So 3 months, right? December till March, March till June, and so on and so on. In public, you will have two choices. You will have intensive course and you will have a normal course.
So, what is for you?
I think it's going to be very full life. I think that even studying 3 hours a day, it's intense. There's many extracurricular activities, homework, computer, and like reading. Which when you register, you think, okay, it's only 3 hours a day. It's nothing. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, you know, normal students do like 8 hours a day and still manage to study and to work.
They really force you to integrate, which is good.
I don't mind.
Yeah, okay.
Yay,
I
good.
think-
So intensive, it sounds very little. Just three, like in NTNU, I had intensive 3 hours per day. You know, Monday to Friday, 3 hours. That sounds very easy, just 3 hours. So I registered to intense. Little did I know that intense is indeed intense. 3 hours is a lot, really a lot, and you have to get by 3 books in 3 months. Let's just say that in 1 week you have to learn around 40 to 60 words and sentences, including writing. I got a lot of books. 2, another 2. And then very cute notebooks, which are big thingies, big squares. And the teacher can hear it. And you have to fill in many of these studying hours at home. Come home after school or before school. I didn't survive there. I survived only 1 week. It was so intense. 3 hours at class, 8 more hours per day at home. So I moved from the intense to normal, which, okay, normal is okay. 2 hours per day. Sounds okay, right? However, people who do need visa, so students who came to study for a semester from other universities, they have to have this attendance and grade, right? You have to do, I think it was 22 monthly, sort of called extracurricular activities. So you have to attend 2 more hours per day, even sometimes 3, for Chinese characters, learning how to do business, and all that sort of thing, which sounds very nice, right? It's actually, it is fun. However, here, the 3 hours in the normal course, you will stay more time at school. I heartily and recommend to do the normal course and not the intense. My friends from the intense class, as the months progressed, they were depressed, they were stress eating, not sleeping, headaches. Really, you can see them like deteriorating physically and mentally, of course. Many of them, by the way, also switched to the normal course like me, and and they didn't look back.
This is class. Oh yeah, let's take some pictures.
Look at 101 there.
Yes.